This is Lesson 2 of Module 3 of the course, The Nuts and Bolts of Team Leadership in Christian Ministry. Lesson 2 is titled, The Positive Pattern of Christ. In the Bible, the positive pattern of Christ's developing leadership in his disciples can be seen through various examples and teachings. Here are some key aspects of this pattern. 1. Selection and calling. Jesus selected his disciples, calling them to follow him. This demonstrates the intentional nature of leadership development, where individuals are chosen and invited to be part of a greater purpose. 2. Intentional relationship building. Jesus spent time with his disciples, building close relationships with them. He taught, mentored, and demonstrated through his own life and actions what it means to be a leader. 3. Teaching and training. Jesus provided practical teaching and training to his disciples, often using parables and real-life situations to convey important lessons about leadership, service, and faith. 4. Delegating responsibility. Jesus gradually delegated more responsibility to his disciples, allowing them to participate in ministry, perform miracles, and teach others. This empowered them to grow in their leadership roles. 5. Correcting and encouraging. Jesus corrected his disciples when they made mistakes or misunderstood his teachings, but he also provided encouragement and support to help them learn and grow. 6. Commissioning and sending. Ultimately, Jesus commissioned his disciples to go out into the world, preach the gospel, and make more disciples. This final step in the leadership development process shows the goal of raising up leaders who will continue the work and mission. This positive pattern of leadership development in the disciples of Christ serves as a model for how leaders can nurture and develop others, guiding them towards greater maturity, responsibility, and effectiveness in their own leadership roles. The positive pattern of Christ's developing leadership in his disciples is clearly enunciated in Nabi Bruce's helpful book The Training of the 12. He suggests that the total report of the Gospels covers only 33 or 34 days of our Lord's 3.5 year ministry, and John records only 18 days. What did Christ do the rest of the time? The clear implication of the scriptures indicates that he trained team leaders. What kind of leaders did he train? How did he deal with them? What were the important principles of his leadership development program? In a nutshell, the leadership of our Lord focused on individuals. Christ's personal conversation with Peter, recorded in John chapter 21, offers a good example of the way he gave himself to people in an attempt to build his life and ministry into them. Also, the leadership of our Lord focused on the scriptures. His treatment of God's absolute truth was not diluted by relativistic philosophy. He held the Old Testament in highest esteem. The rabbis had distorted God's revelation, and the leader of leaders now came to say, "You have heard that it was said, but I tell you," Matthew chapter 5, verses 21 to 48. Additionally, the leadership of our Lord focused on himself. In John chapter 14, verse 9, Jesus finds it necessary to say to one of the disciples, "Philip, have you been so long with me and you still have not known the Father? Take a good look at me, because if you understand me, you understand the Father." Finally, the leadership of our Lord focused on purpose. Christ had clear-cut goals for his earthly ministry, and a limited time in which to achieve them. If you knew you had to leave your present ministry within 3.5 years and turn it over completely to subordinates, how would you prepare? You could do no better than follow the example of Jesus, and the result would probably look a great deal like the leadership which characterized the New Testament church. We have come to the end of Lesson 2. Next is Lesson 3, What New Testament Leadership Is. Thanks.